Hi, my name is Kelly Ely. I'm a student of physical therapy here at Regis University. This is my subject, Ariana. We're going to be doing an Astrand cycle ergometry exercise test today. It's a submaximal steady state test, which means that we'll have Ariana keeping a pretty constant effort throughout it, and we'll try to get her into her submaximal heart rate. And so Ariana has been warming up for 3 minutes now on 25 watts on the bike. She's been doing it for 3 minutes. And so we're just about ready to start the testing protocol, in which we will bump her up to 100 watts on the bike. And that is because she is a conditioned, healthy individual. She's female. And so that is the level that we will set it at. And here we go. So Ariana will do this for 2 minutes, and then we'll take her blood pressure and heart rate. And I've already gathered her resting vitals. So her resting heart rate was 64 beats per minute. Her resting blood pressure was 110 over 65 millimeters of mercury. And her resting RPE, which is the rate of perceived exertion, was at a 6. And at any time, Ariana, if you feel like you're not feeling so well, if you get dizzy or lightheaded, you can stop the test. Any other reasons that we might stop this test today is if Ariana's blood pressure increases to 250 for systolic blood pressure or 115 diastolic blood pressure. That would be an indication that we should stop the test. Or if her diastolic blood pressure were to change in any direction more than 10 millimeters of mercury. Or if her systolic blood pressure decreases by 10 or more millimeters of mercury. But right now we're expecting Ariana to not have any of those problems. Like we said, she doesn't have any cardiovascular disease symptoms or signs, and she's at low risk for that, so we should be good to go. All right, so I'll start on Ariana's heart rate now. And so her heart rate just then was 128 beats per minute. I'll write that down. And I'll get her blood pressure. Ariana's blood pressure was 124 over 70. And Ariana, what is your rate of perceived exertion right now?
I'd say about a 10.
And now we're going to wait about 4 minutes to retake Ariana's vitals here. And we will hope that she will stay in her submaximal range, which she is in right now. Her age predicted maximum heart rate is 193 beats per minute, and so that makes her range between 60 and 85% of her heart rate max to be between 116 and 164 beats per minute. And so she was at 128, and so she's submax. So Ariana is still cycling at 100 watts, and she's keeping her revolutions per minute at 50, which is part of the protocol for the Astrand test. So that'll allow us to predict her VO2 max later on with the right protocol. So now I'll get Ariana's vitals one more time here. We'll start with her heart rate. That's about 140 beats per minute. And now her blood pressure. So Ariana's blood pressure was 136/72 that time, which is what we'd expect. Her diastolic has not moved very much, and her systolic blood pressure has increased just a little bit. Now we'll ask her for her RP again. So what was that, Ariana?
I got a 12.
Same to 12. Okay. And we'll get her heart rate one more time. And this will be to see if Ariana is in a steady state range. So if it moves more than if it increases by more than 5 beats per minute, then she's not steady state. So we expect it to be between 140 and 145. That would have been 144 beats per minute. So that is within 5 beats of the 140 that we took just a moment ago. And so Ariana is in her steady state phase, which means that we get to cool down. So Ariana will cool down back at 25 watts for about 3 minutes or so until we start to see her blood pressure return to her resting rate, and also her heart rate return down to her resting rate. So how do you feel, Ari?
Feeling great.